There are many videos about daily routines in context of psychology, of philosophy, or just basically of a serene or good life. But as spiritual people in the awakening, we are about living spontaneously. So the question arises, are routines necessary or not?
Monks and nuns have daily routines, no matter which religion they are from. In every monastery, there are routines. But is that a reason that for every spiritual person, routines are necessary? Basically, it makes sense to establish routines where many people are in one place. The same you can also find in families. And the monastery is like a spiritual family. So one reason is only that many people come together and they need a plan, and so they have the routines. Another reason is that, of course, the soul is something spiritual and needs routines. And at least in previous times where the monasteries were founded, people were different than modern people. Psyches, souls were different. And still the question is left, is it still necessary, or are the monasteries oldish? For several reasons, routines are necessary. First of all, it feels very good for the soul, yes. The next thing is, if the soul has still traumas, and it has throughout many generations or lives, we collected traumas in our soul. Unfortunately, there is nobody who's absolutely mentally healed, maybe an enlightened, but normal people are not. And the next is, there will be a time where spiritual people have to go through, and this is the dark night of the soul, which again is a mental problem, but this has to be a short time before the awakening, and their rituals from time to time are also good. So what we can see here is that, first of all, rituals are good for the psyche, for all traumas, and then it is not necessary anymore. But at the end, the short time before the full awakening, before the enlightenment, again, they are partially necessary. Because the full enlightenment is only to reach without routines. Why? Because they can make the thinking stronger. Because a plan with many appointments the whole day, this is like having many routines. You have to plan and you have to think all the time, and this can make the thinking stronger to go through the agenda with all the points or appointments you have to fix that day. And the mind is the biggest obstacle during the enlightenment, and it will find the meditation times and it will disturb the meditation times. Because when you have the routine to have the meditation time each and every day, this will help for beginners on the spiritual path, as well as all routines help for the psyche to overcome traumas. And for all beginners of the spiritual path, absolutely perfect with the routines. But if you continue and you really are after the enlightenment, the full enlightenment, there are many people believing they are already enlightened because they have some spiritual experience, but they are only spiritual persons. They are only exploring their spirit, but they have not explored the whole spirit, which is in religion sometimes called God. And so you have to defer here. If you want to reach the whole, one day you have to give up routines, or you have to find flexible routines. What I have made a video about it also, that you have different routines, not about a plan, but there are some points on a day which are important, like meditation. Every time, again and again, meditation always goes first. So we start with meditation, then we can try any work, but you have to do it in a contemplative way to maintain the meditation. And when it gets lost, then leave the work. So that's why we don't need routines or times where we have to do the next work and the next work, because then we have to go back to the meditation place and start again. And when the meditation works, when it's gained, then you can try again to do something, to go somewhere to do anything. Even meditation places can be an obstacle because the mind knows, that is the place where the person is meditating. So I will disturb the places, times, everything which has to be with appointments or with routines is a big obstacle because the mind uses it to distract. And that is the problem with that. When you are an advanced meditator, when you are after the full enlightenment, but it can happen in the dark night of the soul that, again, as I said, routines may be helpful. I had just an experience that some work could help me when meditation absolutely didn't work, and I try and try and try this place and that place and this time and that time, and nothing happens. This is a big burden for people in the dark night of the soul. So then you must find new routines, or you can take the previous ones, which you had as a spiritual beginner. Whatever feels good and whatever may be helpful to get new meditation access. That is the big point here. Hope this video could help most of you. If you have anything to add, please let us know down below in the comments. Have a nice time. See you soon. Bye.